Hey guys, work injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here. Just sitting at my writing desk in my office here, and I wanted to answer the question for you because I get it a lot. Usually people email me this question, or I'll talk to a friend of a friend, and they feel more comfortable to level with me, and that's why I get this question, right? So the question is, can't I handle my workers' comp case myself? And do I really need to talk to a lawyer, right? I want to tell you, like, right off the bat, obviously, my answer is going to sound a little self-serving because I'm a lawyer. Obviously, I want people to hire me. It's how I stay in business. But I'm going to tell you, I have been consulted by dozens and dozens of people over the years who trusted that the workers' comp company was going to be fair with them and that their employer was going to be fair with them. And even when things started happening, like they hire a company doctor and they do all kinds of, crummy things, they still say, oh, well, it's just an insurance company being an insurance company. I'm not going to go hire a lawyer. It's just going to antagonize them if I go out and hire a lawyer. And sometimes it does antagonize them, but here's the problem. When you file a workers' comp case or you report an injury, immediately your employer reports it to a workers' comp insurance company, and they have lawyers on staff. And every day they fight and ruin injured people's cases. They deny them benefits, and they come up with reasons why they're not going to pay. And a lot of times these are just completely BS reasons. And it is true that if everything goes smooth and the company accepts everything, and I even had a friend of mine call me once on a case and say, hey, I want to hire you. And I asked him, what's going on? And he told me they're paying all the bills, they're paying all his time off work, and they already made him an offer. And I sat down and calculated, I looked at how much he makes, a week, and then I looked at what comparable injuries settle for, and they actually offered him a settlement above what the average is. So usually when we're negotiating a settlement, I start high, the insurance company starts low, and we meet somewhere in the middle, right? Obviously, I want to get it as high as I can for my client, but in that case, and it's rare that this happens. In that case, I told him, John, don't hire me. Settle the case. You feel good. You're back at work. They paid you everything you're owed. They paid for your surgery, and they're giving you a great lump sum settlement at the end of the case. And you've been back to work for several months, and you don't have any problems. So, the problem is, though, that is super rare. That almost never happens in workers' comp cases these days. What'll happen a lot of the times is they'll start out smoothly, and then as soon as they realize you have a serious injury or something that's going to become a problem that they can't just throw a couple $1,000s at, they start moving their chess pieces where you can't see them, right? So it's like you've only ever played tic-tac-toe or checkers, and these guys know how to play chess. And unfortunately, when you have a disputed case at the commission, it's chess, and sometimes it's 3D chess. So, I'll tell you, I wouldn't go out and buy lumber and build my own house. I'm pretty handy. I know how to do carpentry and some basic stuff around the house, but I wouldn't build my own house. If a family member needed surgery, I wouldn't do surgery on them. I might give them first aid if we were out in the middle of the woods, but the truth is you have one body and one life, right? And if you get hurt, you don't know whether that injury is going to be serious, permanent, and life-altering, because those injuries often feel the same at the beginning as the smaller injuries. And if the company has any inkling that you are seriously hurt, 9 times out of 10, they're going to start angling to get rid of you and deny your benefits. And so the sooner you get an attorney involved, the better off you probably are going to be. Now, In the interest of letting you know that I'm not just saying this, I don't care if it's me or another attorney. If you want to call a different workers' comp attorney, um, you should. I don't want you to call me unless you really want to call me. But what I do want is, I mean, I'm not kidding. You know, when I was a kid, my dad got hurt really bad. I was like 9 years old. He basically was almost crippled in an accident, and it changed his life, and it changed our family's life because he had a job that didn't take care of him. They screwed him over. He had the workers' comp insurance company and the workers' comp defense lawyer gunning for him, right? And finally, you know, even his union and even his lawyer, he hired the wrong lawyer. He hired a lawyer who usually did defense and did a little bit of work for the injured worker. But if most of your money comes from a workers' comp insurance company, you're not going to fight that hard for an injured worker. So, you know, when I tell you talking to a lawyer and getting the right lawyer is super important, I'm telling you because my family lived it. And I get calls every month, you know, several times a year with people who settled their case without an attorney, and it really ended up hurting them. They're still hurt. The insurance company rushed them into a lowball settlement, got them to sign papers that hurt their case, and now they're in a bad shape. So I know the joke is, and the reputation for injury lawyers is that we're bad people and we're greedy and all this stuff. But I'm going to tell you, I know that that's true. I know that that's true. What I say is that all those lawyer jokes, they didn't just come out of thin air. They came out of people's experience with lawyers. So I get why you might be skeptical, but I will also tell you that some of the best, most moral, hardworking people I've ever met were injury lawyers. And I like to think I'm one of them, but there's others of them out there. So I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that you'll consider talking to a lawyer rather than just handling it yourself. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care.